All right, everybody, this is Shake and Bake, and this is another spotlight on War of Rights, American Revolution game. It is going to be awesome. This is based on the Maryland campaign of September 1862. I have spotlighted this game before on my channel, and I'm doing it again for a special reason. That is because they just kicked off their Kickstarter campaign today. And so I'm going to show you a little bit about the Kickstarter. I want to try to get as many to the site. I am going to back this project for a variety of reasons, which I'll talk about during the video. But also I want to show you, if you've not seen this, is the footage. They're finally showing some actual combat footage, and it looks awesome. Awesome. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's check out some of the video. I'm not going to play the whole thing, and I'm going to talk about the different backer levels, because man, dude, I think they seem really, really reasonable, and a lot of options are there. So let's do this. Oh hell! CryEngine 3. From the images they've shown, the attention to detail is ridiculous. Here we go. Let's
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Campfire Games' Kickstarter campaign. My name is Second Lieutenant Clark Morningstar of the 7th Illinois Volunteer Infantry. I'm otherwise known in the community as George Creasy, the team's historical advisor. I am but one member of a team who, for the last 3 years, have been developing a game by the name of War of Rights. Passion for the subject, the game developers, and a few $100s in donations from our wonderful, loyal community have been the only things to keep us going thus far. So what is War of Rights, I hear you ask? Well, the grand vision for our game is to create something as historically authentic as possible while still achieving a fun, satisfying game experience.
All right, get ready. Check this out. 1862. This is some awesome footage. I love the music already, and I don't think you got to be American to want to play this game. I mean, it's just unique. It's on the CryEngine 3. Looks awesome. The attention to detail, recreating history, whether it's American or wherever it's at. Here we go. I'll shut up now. Check this out. Can you imagine this? I love the earth shaking like that. The smoke. Use his pinky there. Takes a long time to reload. Check this out right here. I love the effects hitting the dirt, hitting the screen. Listen to the trumpet. Oh, I love the effects they're using.
Come on, don't stop.
Check this out here where they get up here. I love seeing this. Watch.
Sarge, there's a rebel line. Firing by volley. Ready.
I like the voices too. It's nice. Fire. All right, check this out right here. Let's pause it right there. You see this line on the screen? Obviously, there's whoever's given command. I think you can be in a role in this game where you actually can give command. And he's basically saying, let's set up a line here. There's a line up on the hill. It looks like the Union soldiers, the Confederates, and let's just keep watching.
Aim!
Could you imagine? Ooh, great effects right there. Even this is like the early build, I'm sure. I mean, this has got a long ways to go, but God, look at this right here. Oh, here's from the other perspective, the guys they were just shooting at. The Union soldiers here. I mean, you're having to reload. Here he comes. Oh, damn.
Company,
look at all those smiles. I love that. And here's one thing I was worried about, whether the maps would be of good size. And from what I can see right here, as they get over this crest, you're going to see that it's huge. And look at the foliage, the grass. I mean, normally you'd see some popping in and out. Not as much ground cover like that. Awesome job. These guys really, really did a lot of research as far as attention to detail and recreating these areas where the battles really happened. I'm not a historical guy. I don't know all the details, but from what I can see, what I'm reading on posts, It seems like they're getting this right. This looks awesome. All right, here we go. Looks like they capped an area. It looks like a kind of like capture a point on the map here. Now they're moving out, I'm guessing, to the next point, kind of how this might work. I guess there's going to be 2 game modes that you can get into initially. Skirmish and then actually like a recreate of a battle. Oh my God, look at that. Now the one thing this game is going to need, in my opinion, but I'm not seeing yet, this is, you know, early, is I think it's got to have some gore, some dismemberment. I mean, like, you know, those 50 caliber balls flying through the air, you know, you hit the arm, takes your arm off. Or
War of Rights is a first-person shooter made with the power of CryEngine, which currently focuses on the Maryland campaign of 1862. This was the turbulent and bloody time of the American Civil War, where family and friends became foes, each marching to the beat of the drum and fife.
Look at that. Oh, jeez.
You, the player, can play as a young private, foot-slogging his way through the battlefield, as well as anything in the grades up to Major General, where you will be at your headquarters relaying orders to the various units under your command. As mentioned before, we are envisioning as historically accurate a game as possible.
I mean, look at that. Look at that right there. I mean, that's in-game. That looks beautiful. On Forever, which, you know, we know it doesn't, but it looks really, really good.
In the Army of the Potomac, or Army of Northern Virginia, which fought in that campaign. We are also looking to include not only the important infantry,
look at that,
but artillery and cavalry as well, each bringing their own carnage to the battlefield.
Carnage.
As you can see, we have done our utmost to make sure that every part of the map is as accurate as possible, with little exception.
Wow.
Furthermore, most every building, from main houses to spring houses, will be enterable.
That's awesome.
For the moment, the game will feature 2 main game modes, those being Historical Battle and Skirmishes. Historical Battle will be the main feature of the game, where massive amounts of players will fight as regiments against those on the other side in the entirety of the maps, fighting over every acre of ground that we have painstakingly made to match the period. The second game mode is Skirmishes, where the battlefield has been sectioned down to a small portion, though still quite large, so as to focus the players into engagements like the fighting over Burnside Bridge, or the taking of Fox's Gap.
And it gives you an example how big this is. Right down here, that little thing right there, that's a bridge. That's the bridge right there. So, I mean, you saw the bridge earlier, and this is all playable area out here. Look at this.
The back and forth over control of the Maryland Heights. Our game will also feature customization of each player's soldier, though these customizations are more cosmetic than they are beneficial. But this will allow variations to both your character's features, as well as his clothing and accoutrement. But beyond the characters and game comes the models of our weapons and gear, all of which are modeled to look as accurate as possible, which also includes a selection available to you. For instance, we've been asked several times about including the Gatling gun to the game. However, it was not used
look at this baby right here.
In the Maryland campaign, let alone much of the war, so you will not be seeing it.
Okay, good.
However, you will be seeing any of the many artillery and long arms used by the Army, such as the Springfields and Enfields, the Colts and Remingtons, the Sharps, the Whitworth, the Ordnance Rifles, or the Napoleons, amongst others. These weapons will also react to the beating you put them through, becoming fouled by continuous use and in turn making it harder to load, and upping the chance of a misfire.
Ah, okay.
Finally, each of our maps
look at that.
Are work in research and development that are years in the making.
That's a work of art right there. I mean, look at this out here. You know, anybody could do this stuff up here. When you start in the distance doing this kind of stuff and still have, I'm assuming, decent performance, you know what you're doing.
The Maryland campaign itself would allow us to bring 4 maps out at first for players to fight on.
Look at that!
Each of which are the largest maps allowed in CryEngine, at 4 kilometers by 4 kilometers, or 2.5 miles by 2.5 miles
awesome.
For those of the more U.S. variety.
This
does mean that a few of the larger battlefields, like Antietam and South Mountain, that we have had to condense the real-life locations of so as to include the most important parts for the sake of playability.
That's okay.
However, all the scenes thus included are still historic.
Check! Now, see, never seen this before. Look at this whole area in here. Look at this. This is a whole town right here.
Historically authentic, with great care taken to things like furniture, window dressing, even rain spouts. In the future, we have more maps in mind, with the hopes that we can continue our goals of making a fun while still educational game.
With your help, all of that can become a reality. In the current times, it's hard to find a set of programmers willing to work for free, like the rest of our team has done. But with a successful campaign, we can hire the necessary manpower and ramp up production of uniforms, animations, army branches, and weapons. We hope to get Skirmishes Mode, our version of a closed alpha, out within the next 6 months. But without the necessary funds, there's no guarantee that a workable game will be made in that time frame. Though we do have other options should that be the case. However, we believe that there are other people out there, like those in our community and ourselves, who think this would be an incredible game. And with your generosity, this dream, 3 years in the making, can come true. So, from all of us here at Campfire Games, thank you. And we'll see you on the battlefield.
That's right, buddy. Loved it. Okay. Now, let's look at the backer pledge. Before I do that, and I want to say, I don't even know these guys, but I am I said in the last 2 years, I just really got into indie games and mods, and I used to be a AAA junkie. So part of this is, you know, these guys, these small teams, I think some of them are on the cutting edge of making just awesome and unique and original games, like this one, War Rights, right? And so I have a choice as a gamer. Do I throw my 50, 60 bucks into these big AAA games, or do I choose to throw some money into these games that to me look promising, look original, look unique, and that I know that the developers have total control over the end product. And that's where I've gone. But, you know, you got to do your homework. You want to make sure you don't pick some group that's just throwing assets into a game to take your money as an early access game. So I've been doing my homework on this game for a long time. I've been tracking it. And from what I can see and hear, there's a lot of work being done. There's a lot of detail. These guys are going out in the field. I mean, you could see that just from the video that was shown and the images. It just looks fantastic. So I'm going to choose to pledge. And again, I would love to see people support this game, just because I'd love to see it to come to fruition, just because I think it's going to be awesome. All right, let's look at the backer pledges here, the different levels. And to me, this gives you a lot of flexibility on what you want to, how you want to invest in this game. I mean, you got $1 here you can throw towards this game, which is nothing, but it's going to mean something to these guys. You got $5 or more. Again, that's like a cup of coffee if you go to Starbucks. But basically, there you're going to get a couple good things here. You're going to get a free digital copy and one Steam copy of the game. The game's going to retail for $30. So $5, you get this game when it comes out. Here we got $8, and this one here you get everything above, obviously, copy of the game and a private rank forum badge, and you get added to the credits. Awesome. $10, everything from above, added to the credits, and let's see if they get anything more on that one. I'm trying to see where that one's different. I don't see where that one is different than the $8 one, but maybe I'm missing that one. Maybe I'm missing it. Okay, a $10 one gets you the game, private rank forum badge, be added to the credits. $13, you get a digital soundtrack, musician forum badge, added to the credits. You get everything above, obviously. $16 goes on. Now, where I'm going to go in at is, I believe, the 23. And the reason I'm going into 23 is you get access to the closed beta. And I want to get into closed beta, which is going to be Skirmishes Phase 2. And I think for $23, I'm for that. That seems reasonable to me based on what I've seen. I want to get in the closed beta. I want to do some coverage on my YouTube channel. I think it's going to be awesome. And it goes on all the way down to, well, there's a lot of tiers here. I mean, we go from 23, 29, 35, 45, 55, 65, 85, 95, 110, 125, 225, 350. So a lot of options. Sometimes on these Kickstarters, you don't see that many tiers, but you are here, different levels. Check it out. I'm going to put the link below, and you got to ask yourself your question. This is not only for Americans. It's a kind of game. I think this game, it offers something unique. It's tactical looking. It looks beautiful. It's something different. And obviously, if you are American, as part of our history, it could be awesome as well. I'm really pumped for it. I like the team. I like kind of the videos I've seen, the images. They seem like straight up guys, and really committed to the historical action of the game. And I'm not even a historical kind of guy. I'm not into the whole history thing. I've read some of the stuff, but it just looks like it would be a ton of fun. So check it out. Post your comments below. I'm going to pledge again. Hopefully, other people are going to pledge. Spread the word if you believe in this game, if you believe in this team. Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Let's help these guys. Let's go back. Hold on a second here, guys. No, I don't want to do that. I want to get out of full screen. Exit full screen. Let's go back. So their 135 backers are ready. They're trying to get to 106,000. They just hit 8,000. 29 days to go. Let's do this. Let's get these guys where they need to be, so we can enjoy this game. Cheers, peace, guys. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the likes. This is Shake and Bake. I'll see you in the gaming world.